Focused and fearless. Here's everything you need to know this rush hour of May 6, Monday. I'm Riza Diaz. Today's rush with a wrap of election-related stories. Novaliches Bishop Antonio Tobias has endorsed Ocho Derecho bets for next week's midterm elections. The bishop said elections can be viewed as a fight for truth. He says he has confidence in the Ocho Derecho slate, specifically because of its candidates' track record. Tobias also slammed the belief that the church should have nothing to do with politics. He said, and he then emphasized that the importance of the church in choosing a country's leader.
Ang Santo Papa na nagsabi sa amin yan, sa atin yan sa isang general audience sa Roma. That is completely wrong. You have to be involved so that you allow those who can govern to govern properly.
The Cavite Provincial Intelligence Branch has arrested at least 10 persons over alleged vote buying. Suspects were reportedly caught distributing small brown envelopes containing 200 peso bills. Now, authorities also confiscated 83,500 pesos in cash, along with a plastic bag containing red wristbands and one notebook with a list of names. Now, the plastic bag contained 2 campaign shirts of John Vic Remulla and Jojo Revilla. Now, the suspects are also facing charges for violating the Omnibus Election Code. The Commission on Elections and the Pasig City local government clarified that the ballot boxes delivered earlier this week have not been tampered with. That's after a photo showing torn stickers on ballot boxes delivered in Pasig City gained online attention. Netizens worry that this could possibly indicate cheating in the upcoming elections. Authorities said that the tearing of the sticker was only an accident and was only caused by the rough travel. Now, the Pasig Police adds that there were no evidence that the boxes have been tampered with since the plastic seal containing serial numbers were still intact. Meanwhile, here are the biggest stories from the dailies. Malacanang assures everybody that it's not neglecting its duty to protect the country's resources at the West Philippine Sea. Philstar reports that this is after the Supreme Court granted the writ of kalikasan, a petition seeking to compel government to take a more active stand in protecting the ecosystem in the contested area. Palace says the Philippine Coast Guard and other agencies are doing their job in securing the Panatag Shoal, the Ayungin Shoal, and the Panganiban Reef amid reports of harassment from China. Business World reports that the analysts are expecting the central bank to slash bank's reserve requirement ratio in light of the slowing inflation. Prices of basic goods are expected to slow down to 3.1%, down from 3.8% in March. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas kept rates on hold last March but said that the interest rates cut is on the table. And Cebu City residents are asking the Office of the Ombudsman to investigate its Mayor Tommy Osmeña over alleged illegal gambling. The Freeman reports that a certain Conrado Romano filed a complaint against Osmeña, accusing him of being involved in illegal gambling activities. Now, the complainant also had photos to show for it. Osmeña, meanwhile, is neither confirming nor denying it, only saying that it is used to negative claims about him. A majority of administration bets got the blessing of the country's biggest Catholic charismatic movement in time for the next week's elections. Be Verdera has more.
Catholic charismatic group El Shaddai has given support to 14 senatorial bets with just a week to go until the midterm elections. 10 of El Shaddai's picks are coming from administration-backed hugpong ng pagbabago, but the group also endorsed 1 opposition bet and 3 independent candidates. Every election season, politicians seek support from the El Shaddai, with its million followers that's believed to vote by bloc. The group has been known to support candidates whose principles are in line with that of the Catholic Church, particularly a hard stance against death penalty. But that's not the case this time around. Most of the hukbong bets endorsed by the group are actually pushing for the revival of capital punishment as part of their platforms. El Shaddai says it selected candidates who they believe will focus on crime, poverty eradication, and the so-called drug menace in the country. Some members of the charismatic group say they would take the endorsement into consideration but will not necessarily follow it to the dot.
Mimili lang.
Bakit po kayo mamimili?
Kasi pe-pray pa kayo doon kung sino talaga. Sinong karapat-dapat na putuhin.
Masabi lahat-lahat.
Bakit?
Mamimili pa siyempre magano. Sino talaga.
The group adds, independent candidates have been a longtime ally of its founder brother Mike Velarde. This is the second time that re-electionist Senator Grace Poe got the thumbs up from El Shaddai, while it's the first time for Nancy Binay and Dr. Willie Ong, who regularly teaches healthcare at El Shaddai gatherings. Bamakino, meanwhile, is the lone Ocho Derecho bet backed by the group.
Isang malaking karangalan dahil maraming mga miyembro na talagang nananampalataya at isang oportunidad ito para sa akin.
For Jingoy Estrada, who's striving to make a Senate comeback after facing plunder charges with Bong Revilla, the endorsement is a big help.
Isa sa napakalaking bagay na inendorso tayo ng kapatiran ng El Shaddai at nagkapasalamat po kay Brother Mike at ang buong kapatiran ng El Shaddai sa binigay nilang pagtitiwala sa inyong lingkod.
On Thursday, the Iglesia ni Cristo will also release the list of candidates it will endorse in time for the midterm polls. The INC is known to be the biggest bloc voting group in the country. For News 5, Beverdera, we're One News.
It's a rainy Monday morning to start the week, and Pasig or Pag-asa is warning possible of flash floods and landslide that may hit the country today. According to its 4 a.m. weather forecast, the Weather Bureau says Metro Manila residents will experience cloudy skies with isolated rain showers and thunderstorms today. But easterly winds are bringing even stronger rainfall to residents of Bicol Region, Visayas, and Mindanao. But some areas in the country are still bound for a feverish day today, Monday. In Davao City, for instance, heat index is expected to still breach the 40 degrees Celsius mark. Now, today marks the first day of Ramadan for our Muslim brothers and sisters. Now, this comes after the National Commission on Muslim Filipinos announced on Sunday that there has been no sighting of the new moon or hilal yet, rushing the start of the Islamic Holy Week or Holy Monday today. Now, during Ramadan, Muslims abstain from food and liquid intake starting pre-dawn until dusk and perform other supplementary prayers aside from their 5 daily prayers. Web developer Rodel Jamie Das denied making and uploading the so-called Bikoy videos. He says he was only used by the people behind the website and that he is willing to be a state witness. Marlene Alcaide has the story.
For 2,500 pesos, web developer Rodel Jaime created metrobalita.com website. He said co-Liberal Party supporter Maru Nguyen urged him to create a website where photos and articles about the opposition candidates will be uploaded. Jaime said he didn't expect that it will be used to upload the now controversial Bikoy videos that link presidential son Paulo Duterte, other members of the Duterte family, and senatorial candidate Bongo to the illegal drug trade, all of whom denied the allegation.
Pinagawa sa akin yung website na ang akala ko nga po maganda yung hangarin na para magpo-post lang ng mga magagandang nagawa ng mga politiko na sinusuportahan.
Jaime insists he didn't upload the controversial video and he is not Bikoy. When the video went viral, he said Nguyen asked him to hide.
Nakisama po ako. Ginawa ko po yung kung ano ang gusto po nila ipagawa na website. Hanggang dun lang po ako kasi inalam ko rin po na ang alam ko is maganda po yung hangarin ng website lang. Sino ba namang tao na alam mong gagawa ka ng kalokohan na babangga ka sa isang mataas na tao, lalo na sa posisyon, presidente or kahit sabihin mo pang congressman yan, senador or barangay captain,
Jaime, however, admitted to being a Liberal Party supporter but sees nothing wrong with showing support for his candidates. He also denied being the IT expert of the Liberal Party. He is now facing charges for inciting to sedition. But in a press conference this afternoon, he vowed to cooperate with the NBI to arrest those behind the uploading of the controversial videos. He added he is willing to be a state witness.
Sinasabi ko nga po sa inyo, wala po akong direktang alam at kaya ko pong ituro kung sino man po yung nagpagawa.
For News 5, Marlene Alcaide, we are One News.
While we wait for the scheduled cloud seeding today, farmers have already been affected by the reduced water supply that's brought about by the decreasing water level in Angat Dam. Shaila Francisco has the details.
Just last month, this area in Angat Dam was still covered by water. But now masses of land are starting to surface. Even markers are slowly appearing. This is the result of the decreasing level of water in Angat Dam.
Water level here in Angat Dam today is now at 177.50 meters, still below the minimum operating water level at 180 meters. Because of this, irrigation will be significantly affected.
The National Water Resources Board earlier said allocation for irrigation was reduced to 10 cubic meters per second for the whole month of May. But the agency has now decided to suspend the allocation after May 15.
Instead of, let's say, araw-araw, 10 hanggang for the whole month of May, ang plano is 20, at least around 20 cubic meters per second average hanggang May 15. Some of this will be stored na sa Bustos Dam and some sa mga canals. And then, kung ano yung naka-impound doon, after the May 15, yun na yung gagamitin nila as para pantawid doon sa mga areas pa na nangangailangan.
The decision is expected to impact some farmers in Bulacan and Pampanga. Among them is Mark, who is set to harvest his palay a month from now.
Unang-una po, yung palay po, mas kailangan niya ng tubig habang siya'y lumalaki. Hindi, pangamba na po sigurado. Kasi po, malulugi na po. Pag po nag-imbak po tayo sa balon, hindi po siya kaya ng almost magsasaka. Kasi po, gagamit po tayo ng motor, gagamit tayo ng gasolina. Siyempre po, imbis na meron po tayong libreng tubig na nahihingi sa gobyerno, binibigay ng gobyerno, gagastos pa po si magsasaka.
Other farmers, meanwhile, have no problem with the decision.
Hindi na nga maapektuhan Dahil paanin ng lahat yan
In a statement, the National Irrigation Administration says the lower allocation will not significantly affect farmers since most of them are already harvesting their crops. Still, the agency says they have water pumps on standby. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
Fast break now to Sports Rush. The Petron Blaze Spikers notched back-to-back PSL Grand Prix title after taking down F2 Logistics in Game 3. Petron dominated the cargo movers in 4 sets with reinforcements Kat Bell and Stephanie Niemer leading the way. Meanwhile, in the PBA, the Magnolia Hotshots now lead the final series 2-1 against the defending champs. The San Miguel Beermen took Game 2 Friday, flexing on the offensive end, 108-101, with Chris Ross getting the best player of the game recognition, finishing with 15 points. But last night, Magnolia went back to what they do best, and that's limiting their opponents under 90 points, wrapping up the contest with 86-82. Veteran Rafi Rivas' contribution stood tall among others, as the 41-year-old grabbed a double-double of 16 points and 15 rebounds. Meanwhile, Game 4 of the best-of-7 final series continues on Wednesday, 7 p.m. at the Big Dome. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us again next time for another round of Rush. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.